Hey everybody, welcome back. Like I said, this is my comic pulls, and my special guest is back. All right, Meg? Hey, you back? You want to do comics? Yeah. Okay. All right. She's really excited. Okay, so like I discussed last week, I was going to stop getting my regular pulls because it was going to be boring, same old thing over and over again. So I went ahead and got. I was going to do different comics. And one thing I did was I said I was going to do it on a budget to see what I could do with different budgets. We all work, we all are out there trying to make it. We all want to buy comics. So some of us have more, some of us have less. Some of us got more bills to pay at certain times, and some don't. I buy comics every 2 weeks. Okay, it allows me to go in there and I get paid, and I have more money on some and more or less on the other. So what I did is I went ahead and I said I was going to do it on a budget, but I have to I just can't set my budget. I want to set a budget for everybody out there, like if you can only afford so much. So what I did was I got a program called Quick Randoms on my phone, and what I do is I set the thing from 5 to 40. If you see that, 5 to 40, and what I do is just hit random right there, and it gives me a number. Well, look, it picked 40. So that would be $40 I get to spend for that budget. Okay? Or I hit it again. There's 36. And whoop, 11. There's 11. So it different budgets. So what I did was I went ahead and hit it for one of the comic book stores. Went in, did it, boop, gave myself a number, and I got 35. And so I went in and I picked my comics and got my thing, and I did pretty good. What do you think? There's my total right there, 35, and plus or minus 35.58. Okay, plus or minus. All right. So I did do it. I stuck to my budget, 35. I had to put some back. I got a whole bunch, and I was like, I don't want that. I can put Wonder Woman back. I can put Wolverine back. Stuff like that. So let's start out with what I got. First one I made a mistake on, and I'll tell you what the biggest part of my budget though was this one right here. It's called Point One. It's the #1 issue. And what this is a series of short stories of different superheroes, different comic lines. So in this one, it is the story of Loki before the truth has its pants on, Silver Surfer and Girl on board, the all-new invaders, that tame the very gods themselves, in the Avengers in the short-term fixes, Miss Marvel in Garden States of Mind, and Black Widow in the Predator. So it gives you an idea of what these comics are going to be like. Okay, it's all right. I was okay with it. I got to see what Miss Marvel looked like. I didn't know this was the Asgardian shield of the agent of Asgard. What he's going to be, how he's good. Silver Surfer is done by the same guy who does the did the FF line. What was the other one we're looking at? Black Widow is like the same style almost as Hawkeye. So it's interesting, but if you only have to have a pretty big budget, this is like $5.99. So this takes a big chunk of your budget right here if you're going to buy this comic. Okay, $5.99. But it could help out because it could stop you from buying comics you don't like if you read this and go, I don't want to collect that series, I don't like it. But like I said, you better not have a budget of like $6, or this is it for you the whole time. Okay. So there's that one. Okay, so what did I say last time on DC? Right? So I said what? My Sam been bugging me about? Aquaman. Okay? I don't think this is a very good issue for me to pick up. It wasn't very action-packed. It had one scene where he's fighting sharks, and they're going to probably introduce a new enemy or a new hero of this Triton. In this Triton Labs, this guy got mauled by sharks, and you'll see when you read the book. But this has a lot of his past in it, and it goes to his high school reunion, and talks about him as a kid and problems he had and stuff like that, his ex-girlfriend in high school, and a lot of backstory stuff. So if you want to do a lot of backstory on Aquaman, like the stuff about his past and things like that, it sort of delves into that more. I don't know. It's fine. I mean, if you like, and then you are going to go on to the key of they fight his Triton at the end and stuff like that. So, got that one. This one I picked up. I thought it'd be a fun title to read. It's the DC Universe Masters of the Universe versus Masters of the Universe, and my son Sam said, The He-Man's a great comic book to read. By the looks of this, yes, it looks like that because this looks really good. In fact, Skeletor was great. I guess He-Man punched his jaw off in the one in Eternia. It's great. She's punched his jaw off and it disfigured him. And in this one, Orko has become like a super villain in this. He's like a super powerful wizard taken over by the skull of these ancients. And I'm not going to get into the whole story, but Orko is like some crazy ass wizard. And all those DC heroes are in this, and they fight along with Men at Arms and Teela and Evelyn and Beastman, all of them. All the heroes are in there. And Batman's with them and all that stuff. So fun comic to read, very fun. I liked it. I may pick up a He-Man just because I like this one. I like the way they do it, so I might pick up one of those. So okay, the next one. I picked up, of course I pick up Avengers. I'm always going to pick up Avengers if there's one out there. I just love Avengers. I mean, it's the super group. You get everybody, it's everybody. You get every superhero. So it's always a big story. It's Iron Man, it's Hulk, Thor, Supreme, it's everybody. It's Hyperion, the Supreme. Throw it back there. Guess that. Remember that comic book? Remember Supreme? Image. Okay, so this is a good story, and this one's cool because they've got the old, very first Avengers with the old Iron Man, with the spiky helmet and all that. Good comic. I'm glad I got this one. I liked it a lot. So that's how many I've got right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 comics so far. Then I picked up Deadpool. I've never read a Deadpool. Everybody says to read it. It says good. It's funny. This one's kind of depressing. It talks about how lonely they're trying to get the S.H.I.E.L.D. agent out of his head, and they're going to pull her out. And it has to do with all of the stuff in his mind, and how he doesn't want to be alone, how he's fighting the process, and he doesn't want to, he's scared, and all this. So it was like, wow, it's funny, but it's really depressing. The character's kind of screwed up. So it was good. I liked it. I liked the story a lot. It's very good. So I did like it. Deadpool's a good book. Good read. Next one was Fantastic Four #1. I picked up the last Fantastic Four #1. They rebooted it. They do this whole time thing. Did not like that. I thought that was dumb. Expected like 3 issues or 4 issues of it. I was like, this is just ridiculous. I don't want to watch this. But this is the new one. This is new. They're in red now. Okay, blue to white to red, whatever. And it's called The Fall. The story arc is The Fall of the Fantastic Four. And you get the first couple pages, you see like Ben Grimm's in jail for murder, and Reed Richards is on his testimony. Johnny Storm's like lost and a drunk. Sue's all by herself. Reed Richards is a madman that can't even do any more work, and she loves him, but sometimes she can't. She despises him, and she goes into like the backstory about how they fight Fin Fang Foom. So if you like that, they fight him in there, and it goes in. That's how the story's going to go. I guess it's going to be like how they fell. So again, it's relatively supposed to be like a relatively. They're not new, but they're like new. I mean, their kids are in it, are still young in this, stuff like that. So good art. I love the art in this. It's very, very nice. So great art. We'll see what they do with it. James Robinson, Leonard Kirk, Carl Kessel, and Jose Abrudov. So we'll see what they do. I've always been a Fantastic Four fan from John Byrne. They've been a staple, and they need more respect than what they've been getting. The Avengers are huge in Marvel. The Avengers are their main thing. Fantastic Four was their first group. It was their real launching pad for Marvel with them. They need to have a good series. Seriously, they need to get some real work and do it right. They deserve more respect than those, I hate to say it, stupid movies. I hope they. That whole casting thing's a whole other issue. We're not going to talk about that this time. Okay. What else did I get, of course? Of course, I'm glad. Of course, Godzilla, Rules of the Earth. I love Godzilla. And I had extra money. So I had a little more money on my budget, so I got Godzilla. And Godzilla's Godzilla, man. You can see right up there in the corner, right up there. So there's it. Right there. Godzilla. Right there, got a big poster of Godzilla there. Alright, so yeah, you know, it's a good series. I like it. If you like Godzilla, pick it up. If you're a Godzilla freak, pick it up. So, the next two I picked up were Image comics. There wasn't very much that I saw of anything else like Dark Horse or Valiant that I wanted to pick up, but I got this one by Justin Jordan and Mateo Scalera and Montero Dennis. It's called Dead Body Road. It's basically a police drama. This is issue number 3, so we're already into it. It's very good art. It reminds me a lot of Sean Murphy, Wake, and Punk Rock Jesus, and stuff like that. The style reminds me of that. It reminds me a lot like of that. So I mean, I may be wrong, but that reminds me a lot of it. But it's good art. I like that art, so it's nice. The story's about cops, and you don't get much of the story of what's going on because we jumped in the middle of it. But it is a police drama. It's a crime drama. So I guess you have to pick up more. I guess it was sort of one that I picked up. Just wanted to see what it was like. And if you like police drama, police story, more stuff like that, this is good. They are more adult oriented. So pick this up. All right. Last one I picked up. I saw it intrigued me, and this is a wild story. It's Jonathan Ross and Ian Churchill, and it's Revenge. It's the very first issue, and this is an adult book. This is not for kids. This is adult. It says right here. For mature readers. It is. It's got boobs. It's got sexual stuff in it. It's got lots of gore. Lots of blood. They're pulling a guy's face off in the very beginning. Okay, it's about an actor who's over the hill, sort of like an old Arnie, and he gets back, and he has this character called the Revenger, and he gets a hit movie, and he's with this young starlet or young fake Barbie girl, and she's like, hey, you can go get this transplant, and I'll make you younger. And it's done in Mexico, and it's all this fascinating stuff. Well, I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but what happens is it doesn't go good for him. And the Revenger he becomes the Revenger. He becomes the character that he was in the movies. And he was in the movies during the 60s and the 70s, and then he faded out, then he came back with that movie, and he actually becomes the Revenger. So I may pick up another one of these. This looks really good. In a very entertaining book. Like I said, mature, doesn't hold back. It's like reading a heavy metal magazine. Okay? So, that's it. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books for $35.58. Okay? I liked them all. They're good reads. I did get a few of my own with Godzilla and the Avengers that I did that were my own personal ones, and the other ones I just picked up because I thought they'd be good to read. And they were. The only one I would say would be that .1 wouldn't be one I'd pick up if I didn't have enough money. I'd go for just straight comic books. So that's it. That's all I got to say about these this week. What I'll do right now, though, is I'll show you how much we'll go ahead and look and see how much I can spend next week. So let's go ahead and randomize the number. All right. So what is it going to be in 2 weeks? I'll have $11 to spend. $11. So what I need you to do is, if you know any good books you think I should buy, anything you want me to look at, what do you think good for $11 would be a good $11 pickup, put it in the comment box. Say, hey, for $11 you can get this, or these are good books you want to pick up. Read these, and I'll try. I got to make it small. It's got to be $11 is not a lot. Okay, so leave your comments below, please. Subscribe if you like it, and we'll keep doing this. We'll keep doing it on a budget. So in 2 weeks, $11 to the comic book store. All right, $11. Oh, I got bills to pay. All I got left is $11. Sorry, that's all I can buy. So what are we gonna do? All right. So everybody, thank you for watching. And that's it for this time. So be cool and be nice to everybody.